Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Rolene Marks. This is the Israel Brief brought to you by Lay of the Land, bringing you, of course, those top stories making headlines in Israel and surrounds every Monday to Thursday. So before we head off for a well-deserved break this weekend, let's take a look at those top stories. And we begin with word that Israel's foreign ministry has given a travel warning for Ukraine. Now, we are only about 3 or so weeks away from Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, and many people make a pilgrimage to Uman in Ukraine to visit the grave of Rabbi Nachman of Bratslav. However, the foreign ministry has cautioned against this, saying that due to the ongoing fighting between Russian troops and Ukrainian troops, there have been a number of missiles, rocket and airstrikes towards civilian areas, including Oman, where at least one citizen has been killed. Now, the ministry also called on all Israelis to leave Ukraine with immediate effect, citing the ongoing and escalating tension and airstrikes and rockets. And, we know that this is a sacred time for many who like to pay their pilgrimage to the rabbi who is buried in Uman. However, right now, safety and caution must be observed. Last evening, Prime Minister Lapid spoke to American President Joe Biden. The conversation, which was quite a long one, reported to have lasted about an hour. The two leaders spoke about their shared commitment to preventing a nuclear Iran. They also spoke about the recent US airstrikes on Iranian targets in Syria, and Prime Minister Lapid emphasized the importance of this to President Biden. The two leaders also spoke about advancing cooperation between Israel and the United States following the signing of the Jerusalem Declaration during President Biden's visit to Israel just a couple of weeks ago. Yesterday, during my update on the World Zionist Organization and the big Congress in Basel, I spoke about the murder of French Jew Eyal Haddad, 34 years old. Eyal was murdered by his neighbor Mohammed Dridi, who confessed to police that he killed him with an axe and later tried to burn and bury his body. This took place in the town of Longperrier, just slightly north of Paris. Eyal Haddad, who held both Tunisian and Israeli citizenship, was buried earlier in Beersheba in the south of Israel. Our thoughts and our prayers and our condolences are with his family. And this is not the first time that a Jewish citizen in France has been murdered simply because they are Jewish. So we want to end off the segment by saying, Je suis Eyal, je suis Sarah Halimi, je suis Ilan Halimi, je suis Mireille Knoll, je suis Jeremy Cohen. And please, God, may there be no more of this, no more Jewish blood spilled on French soil. And we do try and end our daily broadcast with a more positive message. So today we would like to take this opportunity to wish the 2.5 million Israeli children who returned to school today, much to the relief of their parents who I think have had enough of the long summer, and wish them everything of the best for the new school year. B'hatzlacha, everybody. Learn to be great students and great future builders, and may you aspire to great things in your future. And that's where we're going to leave it for this week. But don't forget, our content is all on our website at www.layoftheland.online. Our Facebook community is at Lottel's site. Please help us grow that community, because with all the new changes to Facebook, it has restricted numbers, etc. So we need your help. So if you are on Facebook right now, please go to at Lottel's site, like us, follow us, share our content. We are on YouTube. Our channel is at The Israel Brief. Again, we would love it if you hit that red subscribe button. And we're on Twitter at Lay of the Land 5. So I would like to wish you all a safe, a peaceful, a healthy, and a restful weekend wherever in the world you are. Shabbat Shalom. And don't forget to join me on Monday as I bring you those top stories right here on the Israel Brief. I'm Rolene Marks. See you next week.